In this video, we are going to take a look at the 2 best exercises for your back, mainly your lats, if you had to pick from all the exercises out there. Also answering how many times you should do them, sets and reps, how to structure it into your training split to get the best results, best techniques to get more out of it, and lastly, the 2 exercises that you should avoid for the same muscle if you don't want to hinder your gains. So let's get into it. Your lats are fanning out on your back, and we can split it into 3 groups: the upper or thoracic, the middle or lumbar, or the lower or iliac. They all sound fancy, and these are the correct terms in today's science-based environment. Otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about. So I heard that you consider yourself science-based, but in yesterday's video that you posted, you referred to your gluteus maximus upper subdivision as your butt's upper part. Is that correct? Yeah, actually, yeah, because I wanted people to understand what I'm saying and not just the fancy terms. I just didn't want to get them confused. That's too fucking bad. The importance of knowing this is that you can preferentially hit these parts of your back just by changing the angle of the exercise you are doing. But how do you hit all 3 of these with only 2 exercises? Well, you can, more or less. The lat pull down. This is going to be one of the best choice to hit your lower lats and the teres muscles that are a bit higher on your back. But why not the pull up? Well, don't get me wrong. That is the same movement, just with less stability, bigger learning curve, and it can take months to learn it from scratch. And after that, it can take even more months to progress it to 5 reps per set at least. Those reasons alone will take the throne if we are talking about no muscle to muscular back as quickly as possible. But as a bodyweight exercise, it is still amazing because you can still progress it with weights. Back to the lat pull down. I don't want you to stress about the handles, the width, the grip. I'm using the neutral one because the bar is rubber and my grip is failing and I can't strap myself on the rubber. But you can use an overhand grip or an underhand one. They are going to target the same muscle with different other muscles and the crosshair that you should not stress about. Only focus on pulling with your elbows, and once you can't go further down with them, that is the end range of motion. And you can have a slight arch or a flat back. As you fail, it will start to round towards the bottom of the lift, and that is not going to be an issue as long as it is not excessive. I recommend doing 2 to 3 sets in the 5 to 9 rep ranges, and that is excluding the warm-up sets. The second one is a seated rowing, either with cable, or machine, or with dumbbells. Yes, this is still one exercise. As long as you focus on driving your elbow back, the form is difficult to mess up. The only thing you want to make sure is that your back is perpendicular to the resistance or your arms. Otherwise, we are shifting focus from this middle, upper lats all the way to the lower ones. But I want you to know that this exercise is not going to hit the upper back muscles optimally. We are going to cover that in a different video. I want to say this again. If your grip is failing, use lifting straps. If you can't use the weights and reps that allow you to overload the muscle because of your grip is failing, then you wasted an opportunity to grow. I recommend 2 to 3 sets in the 5 to 9 rep ranges, again, without the build-up sets. Structuring it into your training split is pretty simple. This can apply to any split you are using, from upper-lower to full body, all the way to bro splits included. Do these exercises once or twice per week. You can do all of these once, and you can do one of them twice, or you can do both of them twice. Ideally, put one of them at the top of the day and the second one on the 3rd slot. And the reason is simple. You want this muscle to have enough rest before you go into it. And this is just the ideal scenario. It doesn't mean that you can't put them after each other, or the 2nd or 3rd exercises, as long as you are not leaving them as the last one. And finally, the 2 exercises are close to waste of time when it comes to building your back. And the first one is the beloved rocking lat pull down. Anybody who understands physics will say that it is just tilting the bar and you are not actually challenging your muscles as your elbow is getting closer to your back. But you feel your back more, right? I do. But the main question is it growing? It's not. As soon as you tilt the bar, the resistance will change, making this exercise one of the worst things for building your back. But if you are serious about growing your back, then it is time to put this gimmicky shit where it belongs, to the bin. And the second one is going to be a big surprise for a lot of people, but it is the pullovers with dumbbells. This strongman argument usually goes like this. Oh, but Arnold did it and he's bigger and stronger than you. Exactly. He was bigger and stronger than me and you and almost everybody in this world. And on top of that, he was even more aesthetic. He did a lot of exercises, from pull-downs to pull-ups to all kind of rowing variations, and he was brutally strong at those. How do you know that? The dumbbell pullover built his back, and not the other 700 exercises that he did. I was really good at them. Or what if he only did the pullovers because he was good at them? If you take a closer look, you will see that the resistance is the main issue here. You have the most on you when your arms are above your head. But from there, you can't use your lats. They have no leverage to move any weight. It is going to be your chest. But it is still a shitty chest exercise because their job ends pretty soon. And the lats take over for that 30 degree of work where you have close to no load on you. And you can make the argument that it is good for stretching. But this video is not about stretching. And you can do this exercise, but don't expect much growth. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, watch this video next. Talk to you in the next one.